Morning. It is, what are we on today? I think it's about the 15th. Yes, it's the 15th. Look at the sky. Well, it's cloudy, but the camera shows it's all blue, but there is clouds up there. Oh, I'm still deaf. I went up to the hospital the other day. Let me swing you around so you don't. I went up to the hospital and I spoke to them. Said, look, I'm a bit deaf. And she says, oh, I'll have a look at you. She says, oh, your heart rate's all right. Your blood's still all right. Happy days. She said, I'll have a look in your ears. She says, I got no wax. I went, oh, okay. So why am I deaf? And it's the tubes that go down from your ear into your throat. And she had to go and buy some spray stuff like on my throat, which goes up the nose and that. And it is getting a little bit better. But what happens is when the tube starts to clear and goes into your throat, it causes you to cough. So it sounds like you got a cough and a cold, but in fact, it's the tube that is getting rid of its crap into your throat, which causes you to cough. So a little bit of useless information for you. So what we can talk about today is the world, really. How crap it is. Everybody knows the world's wrong, but what we gotta look at is the good people in the world, is, stronger than the evil, I would hope. And also, the fact is, we've been looking at the world. People say it's flat and whatever, and it's far from being flat, but we're living a symmetry world. And what I mean by that is that everything has an opposite. So we look left, there's also a right. So joining those left and rights gives us the pull-out picture. Up, down, gives us the picture that direction as well. So there's black, there's white. I mean, negative and plus, not so hot on merging together, but if you put a battery plus to minus configuration, it doubles the battery power. It doesn't like it a lot when you're putting it together, but it does work. But this is the interesting part. Nature itself is very good at doing things, it's duplicating things. So if you get a very powerful microscope and get seawater, as you zoom in to the highest magnification, which is 100,000 something, as you start to zoom in, what you technically see is the universe. As you zoom in to the seawater, you see the salt, which could be the galactic mists and the Milky Way. And as you go deeper into the zoom in, you'll see the crystals of the water starting. And then you've got the atomic structure. And in the atomic structure, you've got other things that orbit the atom. And when you zoom out and go into space, you see the same thing. You're zooming out, you go through the Milky Way, you see the planets, sorry, the suns and the planets going around. And, you know, it's kind of one of those situations where everything's symmetrical. So again, what is in magnification is also in space, you know. So I don't know. It's just the way I'm thinking at the minute. I did find the air raid shelters, or where we gun placements on the drone the other day. Let's have a wind through here. It is a lovely day. I might get the drone out in a bit, see what we've got. Oh, I've got golfers here. He's looking for his balls. We're going to take a walk across here and I'll continue across the top here. Aye, I made it. Yeah. There's no wind. There is nothing. So, although I've got a pressure head at the minute, I'm going to carry on walking up that way towards the factory. I'm probably going to regret it. I've got my bus pass on me. Yeah, I need to get the bus back. But, excuse me. But up where those golf carts are up there is where the bunkers are. If you watched me last drone flight, you'll see them as a drone passed across the top. So, yeah, anyway, we're at 7.5 minutes. Yeah, have a think about the symmetry of the world and how things have opposites, no matter where you look. So if you got space, you got, you know, under the sea type thing, and, you know, time distortion, etc. I mean, time travel is something of science fiction, but it may be possible. I mean, we're talking about the Matrix type stuff, you know, they can open up portals and whatever. But saying that, scientists are doing remarkable things behind doors. And if you, let's just say, you have a power of a UFO which can exceed the speed of light by 100 times. You've got a planet out there, say Alpha Centauri, and you want to go and have a look at it. You get there at a speed of 100,000 times the speed of light or whatever. You're going to hit the planet in the past. Do you see my point? If you could turn around and head back to Earth, Earth has aged, but as you accelerate faster or slower, you can hit the Earth in different times of its period. And that's how time travel really is explained, you know. Is it possible? Looking at some pictures on the internet with people using mobile phones in the past and things that shouldn't be there in the past, I think it's quite possible. I think it's quite possible. Right, what we are? 9 minutes? Oh my God. Sorry. blabbing on. I will do a second video if I find the gun turrets, and we'll update that later. Cheers.